dot 42, and then the next hop is dot 41. Then it goes back to dot 42. So it was just rotating. So I'm thinking, well, okay, somebody changed something at the ISP level, and it they've got a loop or something. That's my thought. What do you think?
I mean, and these are public IP addresses.
Yep, all public IPs.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely give the ISP a call.
So we give the ISP a call. They look at it. They say, "Well, it looks fine to us." I say, "Well, do a trace route. Look at see what I'm looking at." They do a trace route. They said, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean." So I said, "Well, we'll send a technician down and take a look at it." Um, Now the client didn't call. I'm sorry, the client didn't call saying he was off the internet. He called for me to set up a remote access to a DVR, and he was on the internet. But then it says, "Oh wait, it dropped out." So while I was on the phone with him, he said it dropped out, and this started happening. So the ISP goes out and looks at it, and they're like, "We're not really sure. We're going to escalate this." So it goes another day, and do you know what it was?
What?
I'm just going to tell you what it was in the end. It was a bad patch cable between the modem and the router at their office.
At your client's office.
Yes. Nothing was changed. That patch cable has been there for a while. Nobody touched it. Nobody did anything with it. It's
Cat
in a
5?
whole locked room. Yeah, Cat 5 cable. I wanted to get the patch cable and test it, but I think they already threw it away. I was going to test it with my DSP and see what happened on it, but they threw it away. This is what the ISP said. The ISP said, "We just changed the patch cable from the modem to the router and it started working." I don't know if I believe them or not, but that's what they said the fix was. So what do you think? Is that actually what they did?
No, I think that, again, I think something else was done because you're explaining a behavior where the trace route is just bouncing back and forth between two devices or two. And how can a patch cable cause that?
I'm not sure, but I can tell you when they said it was working, I did a trace route again.
And it went through all the way fine.
It went through all the way fine, but what I noticed was that last hop that was in dot 42,
Mm-hmm.
and after dot 42, we go to dot 41.
Mm-hmm.
The working trace route goes from dot 42 to their router.
It sounds more like a routing issue.
So the last hop that it was not getting to was their router. So I don't know why it went from dot 42 to dot 41, which was an ISP. It was a public number, but because the next hop after they was working went right to their IP of the router, and it worked. So I don't know where the dot 41 was coming from.
And the only reason I say that is because, as we've talked about, at times you own a static IP, you pay for a static IP, then you come into work and you have a site down, then you call in, "Oh, well, we changed the IP address." No, it's a static IP. Why would it change? And, and people make mistakes.
Do you know what static means?
Or like Drop says in the chat room, bad patch cable is equal to plugged into the wrong port.
Yeah, and of course, they say they didn't touch anything, but
I don't know. I mean, I've seen bad patch cables do funky things, but for it to affect the trace route, that I haven't seen. Not saying it's not possible. Just saying I haven't seen it affect the trace route. So
it was strange. I thought it was interesting. It's the first time I'd ever seen that.
Yeah, what we all do here for like a living is very interesting because much like a baseball game, you could watch a baseball game and see something you've never seen in your whole entire life. And, like Matt is describing, makes life a little bit interesting when you run into stuff like that. So,
yeah, I like to have real problems. So many problems I get aren't real problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it when I get a real problem. makes a more interesting day.
Couple questions from the chat room. Did the modem was a hop? Really? And Linux Lifer says, did the trace route ever reach their modem?
Okay, so when it was fixed, the last hop is the router that I was doing a trace route to. So I was doing a trace route to their public IP in the router, and that was the last hop. So now the modem, the router was the last hop. The trace route ever reached a modem? Well, the modem, unless it was the .42 address, then I don't know. The modem, I don't know, has an IP address. So go to .42, and then it would go to theirs. Let me I'm gonna look at something real quick. I'm gonna look and see what their default gateway is, which is something I didn't get to look at earlier. Because if their default gateway is .41 or .42, that would be the hop that's right there. Isn't that right?
That would be it.
So this might just take a second.
And while Matt is looking that up, just a friendly reminder: check out Steve Tribino's awesome Podnutz deals. That's like a tongue twister at podnutz.com/deals. That's his opportunity to give back to you, and you get a little bit of a discount off several products. So definitely check that out. So,
and is it this Sunday we're going to be doing Sunday instead of next week?
yes. So this Sunday will be episode Podnutz Pro because probably won't be in town for next Wednesday. So to be determined. So stay glued to the Twitter page for that time.
Stay glued.
Okay, not stay glued. Okay. Just check it once a day, okay?
Okay, once a day. Once a day.
Even though...
All right. As long as the once a day is around the same time that we tweet on it, yeah.
Maybe we should have like a hot chick. Like, you ever know, like the weather girl is always some beautiful girl? I'm always intrigued by the weather. Knowing that I live in Florida and it's going to be sunny and warm, I'm like, I wonder what the weather is going to be there. Because Suzanne is giving it.
Oh, really? Okay, I see. How is the weather down there? It rained for us all last week.
It's outstanding. Gets about to 80. Nice. The weather for me to run and torture myself.
And I'm just asking. I mean, I am interested, but I'm just pulling up their router. I want to see what the last stop is, just because I know we're all dying to know.
Where you're doing that.
Coming up right now.
Okay.
And what do we have?
If I had a drum roll.
Nope. See, that address .41 is not their gateway, so I don't know where that .41 was coming from.
Can you ping that .41 right now?
Well, you know what? Let's just give that a look-see. That's a good question. That is a very good question. Where is my... There we go. That would be interesting. I got like 1,000 windows open, so let me close those. Here we go. I am in the process. I can ping that address, but it is not on the trace route now. So I'm thinking it is some kind of routing issue. What do you think?
That's what I think it could be. Because
I find it hard for a patch cable to go out. Plus, they
because
then I wanted to see it. Oh, we got rid of it. Oh, you got rid of the evidence. Okay, that sounds fantastic.
I mean, because if the trace route was stopping, you were getting a request timeout ... then I would say okay, it could be the patch. Or if it was, you did one trace route and it went kind of farther than the other. If it was like just random where it would stop us. Well, I don't know. I think it's a damn routing issue. That's all I got to say about that.
That's what I think. That's what I'm going with.
All right.
All right,
Matt. Anybody you want to say hi to? Any special goodbyes?
No, thanks everybody for listening. You want to email us any questions or show topic ideas? Best place is Matt, MATT, at podnutz.com.
Yep, and I can be reached at Lalo, LALO. I wish I had more letters to my name, at podnutz.com. I'll check out betterpctech.com if you haven't, and if you have, thank you for the support. We will have a show on Sunday. Don't know at what time. We think it will be live. It probably will be. So check us out then if you can. If not, it's okay. It's all good. And just for you guys out there, if you with the wife or got a girlfriend or just someone special, send some flowers. Goes a long way. Just my little tip from me to you. That's non-technical. Send some flowers. Other than that, Matt.
And not fake ones, because one year I thought they were real and I bought fake ones. And my wife said, "You know those are fake, right?" Yeah, of course I know that.
Oh my god. You're like, yeah, of course, because they last forever, I think.
They look so nice in the store.
But in that, thank you for partaking in the chat room. If you're downloading this, again, go to podnutz.com. Tons of awesome show. That's how I fell in love with the Podnutz community back in the day from episode 1. Good old Steve Tribuna from his shop. Probably in a dark room in a light bulb with some PC exposed or something like that. I have no idea. Now I'm being extremely creepy on the show. But everybody have a safe week, and we'll talk to you next week. See you.
Good night, everybody.